I have a package here. Oh, I guess I shouldn't show that side. I have a package here, and it hasn't been opened because I always like videos where people just like open it actually for real. But it makes me nervous because if I need to take a second take, then I'm gonna have to buy another package. I'm gonna slice this open, and then we can talk about everything else. It's opening. This cool knife with raccoons on it. You can see it. So I've got some 20-sided dice. I don't know why I said die. Here. The main attraction, which is this, oh. So we've got this plastic bag. Let me shed that. It's free. The bag, it wasn't free to buy. It's in a second, I think it's real velvet bag. I'm just joking, it's clearly not. We've got this cool 100-sided die. It glows in the dark, which I guess I'll show off at a later time. Show it off down here. I'll leave all my little trinkets down here for the video so I can show them if they come up. Oh, hi, I'm Jake. Like I said, I was nervous. I spent like 10 minutes making sure the light looked okay, which I think it looks okay, but it's really just showing off like how much I need to wash my hair. Okay, so I have all of that stuff, and I have this list over here, which I'm going to show you now. It's just a list. It's got 100 movies on it. They're all thriller movies, according to, I think, Wikipedia. We'll get into that. So 100 movies, unremarkable, I would say. But what I also have is another list of, here, I'll pull this up to do the big reveal. I've got westerns, war movies, I don't know why these are all selected, cult movies, silent movies. I have 20 different genres. Experimental, they'll all list here. Action, crime, drama, fantasy, historical, horror, mystery, political, romance, comedy, satire, science fiction, thriller, western, war, cult classic, silent, Criterion, which is, I went through, on the Criterion collection, they have like different people come in and give like a top 10 list of Criterion movies. So I just picked some of those from just a few different people I like and a few just at random. And then I have some recommendations from my friend Paul, who is a big movie guy. I have 100 movies on all of those lists. So I have 2,000 movies in total. Here, it's the Movie Picker 2K, not just a fancy turn of the century way of naming this list, but an actual genuine statement of fact. I'm going to randomly select one of these movies, thus the dice. One to pick the list, one to pick the movie. You get it. The bag is still just looks cool. I'm gonna randomly pick one of these movies, watch it, and then review it. Then I'll replace that movie with another movie and do it all again until I get bored, I guess. So that's the gist. So here's what I'm going to do. Take these, randomize the range. You can see they're all different now. I don't know if they're all different. That wouldn't be truly random necessarily, would it? I don't know how to pick which die I'm going to use. I'm going to use this cool green one. I'm going to try to roll this. You can see it down here. Did not succeed. I'm just going to slide it over. It's 19. Look on here is romance, which is the list I think I least wanted to get. So that's how you know this is not a setup. So again, I'm just going to select these. Randomize this. Let's roll the big boy. My parents are sleeping, so I'm worried that if I roll this, it'll wake them up, but... Okay, that's coming to rest on 33. Excellent. Let's see what movie number 33 is. The Artist. Oh, okay. So here's actually a perfect example of what I was going to say earlier. The Artist is the movie for this week. The Artist is also a silent film. It's probably a drama. I don't know. So it's a case where a lot of these movies could fall into multiple categories, and I just put them, I don't know. I had to pick 2,000 movies. You can't You can't get too mad at me, I don't think. So I'm going to watch this movie. I'm going to talk about it in a video next week. I'm going to pick another movie until the end of time. I think each week, what I'll try to do, at least each time I get a new genre, I'll talk a little bit about picking those movies and what made me pick them. And then I'll talk a little bit about the history of the movie itself. And then, of course, I will review it. So, okay, I'm doing this video a little bit, not backwards necessarily, but I started, it's kind of like a Christopher Nolan movie, I think. I started at the middle, opening the package, and then I picked the movie, and then I mean, you know what I'm saying. I have seen a lot of movies, and I watch a lot of movies, but I haven't necessarily seen, like, all the classic movies, which is part of why I'm doing this. And I also think, like, if you just pick movies that you're interested in, it's not always the most beneficial to, like, help your movie vocabulary, you know? Because, so if you've seen, like, 9 Coen brother movies, seeing a 10th one, I don't think is gonna do too much to change your perspective on things, whereas, like, seeing, you know, a Vietnamese movie from the 1980s that you would never have watched otherwise, like, that'll probably do more to make you think and all of that. So that's, like, part of the reason that I'm doing this, just to see different movies that I wouldn't necessarily pick on my own, which is actually why it's interesting and I think kind of good that romance was the first thing to come up. Sorry. Because, yeah, I would never pick to watch a lot of these movies. The Artist, actually, maybe I would, but that's beside the point. I really just wanted to expand my movie knowledge, my movie vocabulary, and I thought it might be an entertaining thing to do. I don't know. Really, part of the reason I did it is because I found this cool 100-sided die, which again glows in the dark, which I'll try to show off. So here's the plan. I'm going to watch this movie. I'm going to make a video about it. I'm probably also going to release it as a podcast, because that's the thing that I do. The video will probably have, like, extra bonus visual information, you know, because it's a video. Am I explaining what a video is at this point? I'm really losing it. This is, like, such a simple project. I don't know why I'm talking about it for so long, but it's interesting to me. So hopefully it's interesting to someone else out there. Yeah, I don't know. I found a lot of really interesting things just going through all of these lists, which again I'll talk about as I go through the project. Yeah, it'll be a fun time. So why do I have so much head space in this? Why didn't I think about that when I started doing this? People care more about seeing, like, the torso than seeing this. Wow. Can't go back now because I opened the things. Okay. I'm going to cut it off there. The Artist. Next week on Jake Watches Movies recommended by Jake's Movie Picker 2K. That's the catchy title of this series.